What's up, comic fans? And it is time for the previews of the comics coming out this week. We're talking about September 28th, September 27th. Some shops will have DC books in the store. So we're going to get into all the books, including some spec and spotlight books, right after this.
Spartans! What is your profession?
Welcome back. Don't forget to subscribe, hit that notification bell. Go ahead and throw me a thumbs up and comment down below. Thank you for being here. Let's get into this week's comics. Let's start off with the spec books. First off, we got Briar #1. Why is this on the spec book? It's just a reimagining of a classic fairy tale of Sleeping Beauty. These have been very hit or miss in the past, but lately we've had such things as Never Ever, was it Never Ever or Neverland, with the classic retelling of Peter Pan and the Lost Boys, but in like very grim way, or Nottingham, right? Which was all about not Peter Pan again, but we had Nottingham with like the Sheriff of Nottingham and all that. Those classic retellings of stories, and those have actually been very popular in the last couple of months. So why not? Let's take a shot on Briar #1 from Boom Studios. Boom Studios has a history of hyping up books, and why the heck not again? There are some variant covers. Jenny Frison did one. She did the 1 in 50. There's a 1 in 75. There's a 1 in 10. Yannick Paquette. Mirka Andolfo did cover C. Yannick Paquette did cover B. Alright, so that's Briar. And, you know, it's one thing to just retell a fairy tale, but when you kind of make it like a brutal fantasy world, you know, little blood, guts, gore, sometimes that connects with the fans, believe it or not, as macabre as that may be. So that's why Briar #1 is on the spec list for this week. Next up, we have Voices, Comunidades #1, all right, Marvel Voices, and this has a first appearance, and that's what's making this one big. There's going to be a first appearance of a character called Chimera. Let's see if they're listed in the character description here. They are not, so as we know, sometimes characters sneak under the radar, but look right here, guys, there's a design variant with that character right on the cover. Boom. So this is on the spec book because, hey, it's a first appearance. And this cover art is by Paco Medina, and that's Chimera right there on the cover. Not a poorly designed character. I think that's okay. I've heard mixed reviews about this character, but these Marvel Voices always seem to bring in a new character, some kind of spec with them. And so, hey, we're going to put Marvel Voices this week, you know, Comunidades #1 on the list, or Marvel Voices Community #1. And let's go back to the list. Let's get to the next one. All right, and we have Dr. Aphra #24. It's Star Wars, guys. So as we always know, Star Wars. Star Wars is selling. Star Wars is hot this day. All right, and the rumor behind this one is there's going to be a new Sith popping up in here in this book. So yeah, what is this? The Sith? It looks like they may be the Dark Seekers. There's been a lot of different theories about what or who or whom will be appearing. All right, but there's just a lot of red lightsabers on the cover, so it looks like this could be a group of Sith, if you will. All right, you got your Sprouse variant cover of Lord Momin, and then you've got another variant with just Dr. Aphra on there. All right, that's a classically cool Dr. Aphra cover. That's what like I picture Dr. Aphra. All right, guys, so those are the spec books for this week. Okay, Briar, a bloody or gory retelling of Sleeping Beauty. We've got Voices, Communities or Comunidades with, you know, that first appearance in there. of Chimera, and then we got Dr. Aphra, which could have a new Sith or Siths in it. Those sound like solid spec books to me. All right, let's get into the first Spotlight book. Remember, these aren't really spec books as much as I just think they're cool books that might be worth a read. So this is Chris Condon. He's worked a lot on some other books, including like That Texas Blood, which I think is a really good read. And here we have Hell is a Squared Circle #1. This is a one-shot, so don't worry if it sucks. You've only invested in one book at $8, all right? But this is about a third-tier wrestling heel with a problem himself. He's behind on rent, child support, and his career, but he thinks he can change things. As he attempts to take control of his life, his actions leave him with blood on his hands. Ted finds himself on the run from the authorities and the darkness of his past. As Ted tries to escape his former self and build a new, better future, his mistakes come back to haunt him in the ring and out of it. All right, we have Hell is a Squared Circle. I just think this seems like a cool book, and if you're a wrestling fan, why would you not pick this up? All right, next up, we got Harley Quinn #22. This is the homage cardstock variant, cover D, all right, by Ryan Sook. And look, it's just that classic Dark Knight cover, but, you know, with Harley Quinn on it. To me, that's just a cool cover, worth a pickup. All right, guys, let's get into the rest of the books coming out this week. We got Image. Boom. What do we got? We got Brigade #1 Remastered. There you go, got a little Liefeld there. Department of Truth #21. 8 Billion Genies continuing on the story. #5 of 8. That's been a really good read. You got a Trad Moore cover, which is pretty cool. Huh. So why not? All right, what else you got? You got Flawed #1. This looks like a cool read. I Hate This Place keeps going, and then they got the variant cover. You can imagine what it says there. All right, Little Monsters gets a trade. That's cool. Magic Order. They're in their third arc of Magic Order. It's been a pretty good read so far. What else do we got? We got Scorched if you're a Spawn fan. Unnatural if you're a Mirka Andolfo fan. And Stillwater, which is Chip Zdarsky, I think, at his best. All right, Boom Studios. We got Briar, which we talked about. All right, and then Grimm. Grimm is fun, fantastic read. And right, that's one of those books that Boom has been really promoting, propping up, if you will. House of Slaughter #9 is in there too. Power Rangers for your Power Ranger fans. Something is Killing the Children's Slaughter Bundle Pack #4. All right, there's another one. And then they're also going to just sell you the Scarlet Bandana. Hey, those are cool. And Buffy for you Buffy fans. All right, we're at Dark Horse. And the only really big book coming out of Dark Horse, which they've had a couple of good books come out each week, or one good book each week or every 2 weeks, is The Roadie. All right, and this seems like a pretty cool story. More than 35 years after his heyday, a former heavy metal roadie must return to the back roads of America to do a job he thought he retired from, Exorcist. But this time he's not saving groupies and drunk bassists, he's trying to save his daughter. All right, Roadie could be worth a pickup. All right, we're off to IDW Publishing, and Dark Spaces Wildfire #1 gets a second printing. That's cool. That's a Scott Snyder book right there. And there's some G.I. Joe there if you're a G.I. Joe fan. All right, we are at... Ooh, you know what? I forgot the rest of IDW. Oops. Sonic the Hedgehog, My Little Pony. Let's not short IDW. All right, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Armageddon #1. All right, TMNT, Todd McFarlane's Spider-Man Artist Edition hardcover. Not bad, not bad. And Transformers. All right, we're at DC. And what do we got from DC? Action Comics gets a lot of covers this week. 30th anniversary Harley Quinn cover is there. Batman The Audio Adventures gets a little miniseries, #1 of 7. Maybe it's a maxi series, or is it a mid-series? I don't know. How many issues? 7 issues. What kind of series is that? Anyway, there's a couple of covers for that. You got Batman Beyond the White Knight #5. And you got a nice Harley Quinn cover by J. Scott Campbell. And then you got a hardcover edition of Curse of the White Knight coming out. Some more Batman with Fortress number 5. Batman One Bad Day Riddler number 1 gets a second printing. Alright. What else? You got a Black Adam trade in case you're prepping for the movie. Dark Crisis on Infinite Earths number 1 gets a 3rd printing. And Crisis on Infinite Earths number 2 gets a 3rd printing. Crisis on Infinite Earths number 3 gets a 3rd printing. Alright, you get the idea. Alright, what else? You got DC versus Vampires if you're enjoying that series. Deathstroke has his own, book. You got Detective Comics. I am subscribed, as you can see, to that one. Harley Quinn keeping on with some great covers. Human Target number 7 is out. When did Rogue end up in the DC universe? Nah, kidding. Alright. And let's keep the ball moving. Nice House on the Lake number 10 is here. Task Force Z, a lot of stuff from DC. Tim Drake Robin number 1 is out. Alright. If you're a Tim Drake fan, there you go. Jump on it. Jump on. We're at Marvel Comics. Amazing Spider-Man number 10 is out. Some really cool, or a really cool cover right here. Beyond Amazing. And then Gwen Stacy's on the other cover. So we got some options this week. X Avengers number 1. That's a thing. Let's keep going. Damage Control, issue number 2. Spider-Verse, Edge of Spider-Verse number 2, 2nd printing. What else? Fortnite fans, you got Marvel Zero War number 5, which is going to keep the ball rolling. You have Marvel Voices Community, which we talked about. Design variant, I think with Chimera is the one you want to grab, but go ahead and grab any of these issues, as she will also appear in the interior, and you'll get some new characters out of it. Spider-Man, Miles Morales Spider-Man number 42 is coming out. This is the iconic 42nd issue. Alright, and you can read why it's iconic right here. And we're gonna keep moving on with the rest of it. Couple of covers there, so pick the one that you enjoy the most. Alright, we got some Star Wars, issue number 26, which had some first appearances, gets a 2nd printing. As you can see, I tried to order that. Star Wars Dr. Aphra, boom, sticking by my guns, ordering that. You got more Star Wars here. If you are a Mace Windu fan, boom, go ahead and grab yourself one of those covers. Excuse me. Let's go. Thunderbolts number 2 is out. That was a interesting start to that series, so that might be worth picking up, seeing where it goes. Alright, let's get out of Marvel. We're at Dynamite. As always, a ton of covers, so pick the one you like the most. Some of these series have great writing, some of these series have great covers, and some of these series have both. And then, like with any publisher, there's not great stuff in them. We're at the rest of the books coming out this week. Let's see what else we got. Let's see if we missed anything. By the way, if I did miss something, go ahead and throw it down below in the comments. I will try to check it out, as well as try to finish the pile of books that is ever growing. Dynamic Forces has a Moon Knight number 1 facsimile for $80. I don't know what's different about it. I'm just gonna pass on that one. And let's see, the Flamingo gets a hardcover. Hell is a Squared Circle, which we talked about, is right there. That is a one-shot. Sounds like a very cool story, and that's why I had it as a spotlight book. Captain Death. It's a Lady Death with a Captain America kind of homage cover. Hey, that's cool. Where are we at? I think we're halfway through the rest of the books coming out this week. As always, guys, hopefully I've helped to inform you as to what is coming out so that you can make an informed decision when new comic book day rolls around. I think we're almost there. And that's good, because the quicker this is over, the quicker you can get to thinking about comics. And we're at the end. So comic fans, don't forget to subscribe, hit the notification bell, go ahead and throw me a thumbs up, comment down below, do what you do, I'ma do what I do, I'ma get ready for this week's books. Peace!